You think you're choosing between a dozen AC brands? You're not. 5 companies make almost all of them. The premium badge and the cheap one are often the same box, in the same warehouse. Trane and American Standard? Identical units? Same company. You just pay more for the Trane name. 6 AC brands to stop overpaying for, and 3 that are the smart money. You felt this, even if you couldn't name it. The system died. The quotes came in, and a man in a polo shirt. They call him a comfort advisor, sat at your kitchen table, and walked you up the price ladder. The premium brand, the good, better, best chart, the financing. You paid thousands more for a famous name, never knowing the cheaper unit 2 lines down on his sheet came off the same assembly line with the same parts inside. That's not a conspiracy. It's just how this industry is built. Let me show you the box behind the badge. Number 1. Trane. And I'll give it full credit first because Trane earned its reputation honestly. These are durable, well-built machines. The slogan, "It's hard to stop a Trane," is not empty. The build quality is real. But here is the reveal. Trane and American Standard are the same company, Trane Technologies. The units are built in the same facilities, often on the same assembly line, with the same internal components and the same part numbers. The differences are the nameplate, the paint color, and sometimes a weather top that's standard on one and optional on the other. That's it. Same coil, same compressor, same warranty length in many cases. A tech who services both will tell you he stocks the same parts for each. The only honest reason to pick one over the other is the dealer behind it. So when you choose Trane over American Standard, you're not buying a better machine. You're buying the more famous of 2 identical badges. And it costs you. The Trane name commands a premium because decades of advertising built it, and that advertising has to be paid for. Guess who pays for it? You do, on every install, baked into the quote. And it costs you. A Trane central system runs roughly $4,000 to $9,500 installed, with premium units pushing past $10,000. The identical American Standard often lands $2,000 to $4,000 less for the same engineering, same box, bigger sticker. The badge is never the build. Trane is a good unit. You're just paying a name tax to get it. Think about what $2,000 to $4,000 is. That's a high-efficiency upgrade. That's years of energy savings. That's the difference between a base installer and the best one in your county. You handed it to a nameplate. The machine in your yard would not have known the difference. One quick thing, and it's the one you've been asking for. You wanted the whole method in one place? Well, here it is. My new guide. Build a $2,000 wardrobe for $200. Every rule from this channel. No logos, no fluff. The link is below. Go build it. Number 2. Carrier. Some history is owed here because this is the original. Willis Carrier essentially invented modern air conditioning in 1902. He solved humidity control for a printing plant, and the entire industry grew from that one breakthrough. Carrier is the founding name of the whole category, genuine earned heritage. But the same game applies. Carrier, Bryant, and Payne are all Carrier Global Corporation. They share the core technology and the manufacturing. Bryant is essentially the same Carrier engineering under a different badge, and it routinely sells for hundreds less. Payne is the budget tier of that same family, the value nameplate of the same parent. So you have 3 names, 1 company, and 1 set of bones. Carrier sits at the top as the prestige badge. Bryant is the same engineering pitched as the Smart Buy. Payne is the budget rung. 3 price points, 1 parent, 1 factory. The Comfort Advisor will quote you, "Carrier with reverence, lean on the heritage, and let the price reflect the legacy." What he won't tell you is that Bryant gives you that same Carrier Global Engineering for a lower number. It doesn't carry the headline name. This is the pattern, and you'll see it on every parent on this list. The famous badge and the quiet twin are the same machine. Once you see it on Carrier, you cannot unsee it anywhere. It is the single most useful thing a homeowner can know walking into a quote. You are paying for which logo you recognize. The heritage is real. The premium on the heritage is the part you can skip. And the tiers tell the story. A Carrier Infinity, a Bryant Evolution, a Payne entry unit. Those are 3 rungs of the same Carrier Global ladder, the same compressors and coils in different dress. The SEER 2 efficiency you want exists on all 3 nameplates. You do not need the headline name to get the efficiency. You need the right tier at the right price from the right installer. The next one isn't about a twin, it's about getting trapped. Number 3. Lennox. Here's the insider truth the trade knows and homeowners rarely hear. The Lennox unit itself is genuinely good. That's not the problem. The problem is what happens after you own it. Lennox runs a proprietary parts model. Many of its control boards, inverter components, and the diagnostic tools its higher-end systems need are Lennox-specific, not the universal parts a tech can grab from any supply house. And Lennox sells largely through its own dealer network. Technicians report that non-Lennox shops face restricted parts access, limited tech support, and a requirement for Lennox-specific software to fully diagnose some equipment. To be a registered Lennox dealer at all, a contractor reportedly has to stock tens of thousands of dollars in required parts. Picture what that means for you. It's a 100-degree holiday weekend, the system goes down, and the part is proprietary. Your independent tech can't source it fast. You're funneled back to a Lennox dealer on their timeline at their price. With a brand running universal parts, almost any competent tech in town can fix it with a part from the local supplier by that afternoon. That's the difference. A Carrier board or a Goodman board, a tech can often cross-reference and replace same day. A proprietary Lennox inverter board on a high-end variable speed system can mean a special order and a wait in the heat while your house bakes. That's the difference. Lennox's trap isn't the build, it's the lock-in. You're not just buying a unit, you're marrying a dealer network for the life of the system. 15 years of repairs on their terms in their territory. That is a long marriage to sign up for at a kitchen table on a hot afternoon. The smart homeowner reads the parts model before he signs, not after the compressor dies. The badge is never the build, and here, the badge is a leash. Number 4, Amana. Let me put this one right next to its own twin because the comparison is the whole story. Amana and Goodman are both owned by Daikin. They're built in the same Daikin facilities, sharing production lines and components. Amana is positioned as the premium line. Goodman is the value line. Same parent, same guts, 2 price points. Now, Amana's pitch is the warranty. Many high-efficiency Amana models carry a lifetime limited compressor warranty. Select premium units even offer a lifetime unit replacement warranty if the compressor fails. For the original registered homeowner, that sounds like a real reason to pay more. But read it closely. It hinges on registration and on you being the original owner, and it covers the part, not the labor. And labor is most of a repair bill. Meanwhile, the Goodman sitting beside it shares the same Daikin engineering for noticeably less money. You're paying the Amana premium largely for a warranty headline on a machine that is mechanically the sibling of the cheaper one. And here's the part that really stings. The lifetime compressor warranty covers the compressor part, but a compressor swap is mostly labor, refrigerant, and recovery, which can run well over $1,000 and is often not covered. So the headline word, lifetime, does a lot of work it cannot quite cash. If the terms genuinely fit your situation, fine, buy it with eyes open. But don't pay the premium believing you're getting a fundamentally better box. You're getting the same Daikin core with a different paper promise stapled to it. Wait until you see who actually makes the value champion, because it's this same company. Number 5, York. Here's the verdict up front. You're paying for the name you recognize, not a better machine. York, Coleman, and Luxair are all Johnson Controls brands, built by the same unitary products group and largely rebadged versions of the same equipment. Johnson Controls runs plants, Wichita for one, that build residential units under several of these nameplates off shared designs. York is the name most homeowners recognize, so it tends to carry the recognition premium. Coleman and Luxair are the same engineering-wearing badges you've heard of less. And one quick clarification, because this audience catches everything. This HVAC Coleman has nothing to do with the cooler and camping Coleman. Different company entirely, same word. Don't let the name fool you in either direction. A homeowner sees Coleman on an air conditioner and thinks of the cooler in his garage. The two share nothing but a word. The takeaway is identical to the rest of the list. One parent, several badges, one machine. If a contractor quotes you York at a premium over a Luxair, ask him what's actually different inside. The honest answer is the paint and the sticker, the warranty registration portal, and the dealer agreement he signed. None of that is the machine. Johnson Controls is a serious manufacturer, and these are serviceable units. The lesson is only that the name you recognize is not a better box. It is a better known one. The smart homeowner who's read the ownership chart knows that recognition is not quality. The name you've heard of is not the better box. It's just the better marketed one. One more, and this one's about which aisle you bought it in. Number 6. Rheem. So let me ask the question this brand really turns on. Does the sales channel change the machine? Because Rheem is fine equipment, genuinely solid. But Rheem and Ruud are the same company, both made by Rheem Manufacturing, which has been a subsidiary of Japan's Paloma Industries since 1988. Both brands are built in the same Arkansas facilities with interchangeable parts. They are essentially the same product. The difference is the channel. Rheem is the more consumer-facing, retail visible brand with the broader presence. Ruud is the quieter contractor channel name. And here's the catch. The more visible retail name often carries a touch more price for that visibility, while the Ruud twin can come in lower through a contractor for the identical machine. So if your installer offers Ruud and you've never heard of it, that's not a downgrade. That's the same Rheem engineering without the consumer brand premium. You're being offered the box without the badge tax. There is one honest caveat here. Because Ruud sells through contractors, your experience rides even harder on which contractor you pick, which loops right back to the real lesson of this whole video. The smart move is to stop reacting to which name sounds familiar. Start asking which channel you're buying through and who is turning the wrenches. The machine doesn't change between them. Only the marketing does. Ask for the Ruud quote and watch the number move while the machine stays the same. So that's the case. 5 companies, a dozen plus badges, the same compressors and the same assembly lines feeding premium names and value names that are, mechanically, twins. The install beats the badge. A correct manual J load calculation, properly sized line set, an accurate refrigerant charge matter 2 to 3 times more to your comfort, your power bill, your repair costs than which logo is stamped on the box. The best brand on earth installed badly. Wrong size, sloppy charge, will run loud, short cycle, ice up, cost more every month, and die years early. A value brand installed right will quietly cool your house for 15 years and barely show up on the bill. Same 2 units, opposite outcomes, decided entirely by the person who put it in. Industry surveys back this up. A large share of new systems are improperly charged or wrongly sized at install. Those homes never get the efficiency they paid for. Spend your energy choosing the installer, not the emblem. Now, here's the smart money. First, American Standard. This is the cleanest play on the entire list, and you already know why. It is the identical Trane unit. Same Trane Technologies parent, same factories, same assembly lines, same part numbers, typically for meaningfully less. We covered the relationship up top, but here it earns its spot as a recommendation, not a warning. You get Trane's genuine durability, Trane's build quality, Trane's engineering, and you skip $2,000 to $4,000 of name premium. The only thing you give up is the famous slogan and the bragging rights at the neighbor's barbecue. The cold air is identical. The compressor is identical. The longevity is identical. The warranty length is typically identical too. You're giving up nothing real, only the sticker. This is the textbook, same box, smaller price. Move, and it's sitting in plain sight. The homeowner who reads the ownership chart, buys the American Standard, takes the savings, puts it toward the one thing that actually varies, a top-tier installer. That is how you win this game. You buy the twin and you hire the talent. One quiet note, because it's the honest version of the story. American Standard sells through a smaller dealer network than Trane. The make or break is finding a strong local dealer. Find one and you have bought Trane quality with someone else paying the marketing bill. The badge is never the build, and here's a badge that proves it in your favor. Second, Goodman. The insider's value champion and the reputation it carries is mostly outdated snobbery. Goodman is Daikin's value line, and Daikin is the largest HVAC manufacturer in the world. That's the parent behind this so-called budget brand. Goodman runs the same class of Copeland scroll compressor found inside the premium names. That compressor is an industry standard across many of these brands. So where does the lower price come from? Not from inferior core parts. It comes from a simpler cabinet, slightly thinner sheet metal, fewer cosmetic frills, and a leaner, higher volume dealer model. None of that is the part that makes cold air. The part that makes cold air is the same family of compressor running in the units that cost thousands more. The heart of the machine, the compressor, the coil, is in the same family as units costing thousands more. For years, the trade looked down on Goodman, and a decade or two ago, that reputation had some merit. Daikin's ownership changed the game. The world's largest HVAC maker does not put junk compressors in its value line. The old snobbery simply has not caught up to the current product. A Goodman central system installed runs roughly $3,000 to $6,000, often landing around $4,500 versus a comparable Trane several thousand higher. Here's the strategy that genuinely wins. Buy the Goodman, take the $2,000 or $3,000 you saved. Spend it on the best installer in your town, the one who does the real load calculation and charges the system perfectly. You'll get the same cold air for as long for thousands less than the Badge crowd paid. That's the smart homeowner's whole playbook in one move. The Badge is never the build. Goodman is the proof. Third, Mitsubishi Electric. And here's the verdict. This is the genuine quality exception. The brand where the premium is the merits, not the marketing. Mitsubishi Electric leads the ductless mini split and inverter world, and that technology is genuinely different, not just a different sticker. Its inverter-driven compressors modulate output precisely instead of slamming on and off, which means real efficiency, real quiet, and real comfort consistency. Many current systems hit SEER 2 ratings north of 20, with some reaching past 21. Numbers most rebadged central units never touch. Installed cost runs roughly $3,000 to $8,000 depending on zones. So why is this the one premium I'll endorse? Because it solves problems the rebadged central units can't. A home with no ductwork, an addition, or a converted garage. A room that never gets comfortable. Zoning, so you cool the bedrooms at night and nothing else. For the right house, Mitsubishi's efficiency and reliability genuinely justify the price. You feel it in the power bill and the silence. A traditional single-stage central unit blasts full power, hits the thermostat, shuts off, repeats all day, swinging the temperature and burning energy on every restart. An inverter never fully stops. It idles up and down, holding the room within a degree, sipping power instead of gulping it. That is a genuinely better machine, not a better sticker. And one of the few times on this whole list, the premium is honest. This isn't a name tax. It's a different, better tool for a specific job. The mistake is buying a mini split for a standard ducted house where a value central unit would serve better and cost less. The right tool depends on the home, not the hype. But where the job calls for ductless, this is the one premium worth paying. The smart homeowner pays up here on purpose because the merits are real. For the home that needs it, it is worth every dollar. On the engineering, not the logo. That is the rarest sentence in this whole category, and I do not say it lightly. So read the ownership chart, read the compressor, read the warranty's fine print, and above all, read the installer. The badge on the box never told you whether the load calc was done right, and that's the thing that actually keeps you cold. 5 companies, a wall of badges, one simple defense. Buy the twin, skip the name tax, and spend the difference on the best hands in town. Do that, and you will outcool and outsave every neighbor who paid for the slogan. Build a $2,000 wardrobe for $200. Every rule from this channel in one place, linked below. If this one opened your eyes, watch the men's clothing brands robbing you blind. 370,000 views, where we run this same logo versus build math on your wardrobe. Then watch the clothing built to last a lifetime, 199,000 views, the buy-it-once approach to everything you own. Subscribe. This channel reads the build, not the badge.